ACT, or acceptance and commitment therapy, is a modern psychological intervention based on behavioral and cognitive principles. Unlike traditional therapies focused solely on symptom reduction, ACT encourages psychological flexibility, the ability to be present, open up to experience, and take action aligned with values. The core idea is not to eliminate difficult feelings but to accept them as part of life while pursuing meaningful goals. ACT operates through 6 core processes: acceptance, cognitive diffusion, being present, self as context, values, and committed action. These processes are interconnected and together form what is known as the hexaflex model. Acceptance involves actively embracing thoughts and emotions rather than avoiding them. Avoidance often increases suffering, so ACT teaches clients to open up to unpleasant feelings without judgment. Cognitive diffusion helps individuals change their relationship with thoughts. Rather than trying to alter or suppress them, diffusion techniques allow people to observe their thoughts as they are, just words or mental events, without getting caught up in them. Being present refers to maintaining conscious contact with the current moment. It emphasizes awareness of both internal experiences and external environments. This mindfulness approach allows individuals to respond more effectively rather than reacting on autopilot. Self as context refers to the idea that a person is not the content of their experiences. People are more than their thoughts, emotions, or memories. Recognizing this distinction allows for greater perspective and less entanglement with inner experiences. Values are chosen life directions that guide actions. Unlike goals, which are achievable and finite, values are ongoing and reflect what truly matters to an individual. Finally, committed action involves taking effective behavioral steps guided by those values, even in the presence of discomfort or fear. ACT is rooted in relational frame theory, RFT, a behavioral account of human language and cognition. RFT posits that humans learn language through relating concepts, and that this capacity also contributes to psychological distress. ACT leverages this insight by aiming to reduce the dominance of unhelpful verbal processes and increase adaptive functioning through experiential learning. Evidence supports the efficacy of ACT across a wide range of conditions including depression, anxiety, chronic pain, substance abuse, and PTSD. Its utility has been demonstrated in both clinical and non-clinical populations. One distinguishing feature of ACT is its flexibility. It can be delivered in individual therapy, group settings, self-help formats, and even digitally. This adaptability makes it particularly effective across cultures and age groups. ACT techniques are experimental. Common methods include mindfulness exercises, metaphors, and experimental activities. For example, a popular metaphor used in ACT is the passengers on the bus analogy, where thoughts and feelings are like unruly passengers. The individual, as the driver, continues toward their destination despite the noise. Another technique is the leaves on a stream exercise, where clients visualize their thoughts floating away on a stream, promoting detachment. Therapists using ACT do not position themselves as experts who fix problems. Instead, they collaborate with clients, guiding them in recognizing patterns of experimental avoidance and supporting them in building a meaningful life. The therapeutic stance is one of openness, curiosity, and compassion, which enhances client engagement and empowerment. The effectiveness of ACT lies in its simplicity and depth. It does not promise a life free from pain but offers tools to live better with it. Instead of struggling to control internal experiences, ACT promotes a willingness to experience them while pursuing valued directions. This shift from control to acceptance is central to lasting psychological change and personal growth. ACT is not about fixing the client, but about helping them become more effective in living according to their values, even when facing psychological pain. The emphasis is on action, not symptom elimination. This makes ACT distinct from many traditional cognitive behavioral approaches that focus on modifying the content of thoughts. In ACT, thoughts are not inherently the problem. It is how one relates to them that matters. By changing the function of thoughts instead of their form, individuals can move toward meaningful outcomes without needing perfect internal states. Acceptance in ACT is an active process. It's not tolerance or resignation but the willingness to feel difficult emotions fully, as they are, in the service of doing what matters. For example, instead of avoiding fear, a person learns to carry it while engaging in valued behavior. This is not passive, it's a strategic decision based on long-term workability. Similarly, cognitive diffusion doesn't eliminate unwanted thoughts. It helps individuals see thoughts as transient mental events that don't need to dictate actions. Techniques like repeating a troubling thought out loud until it loses meaning or labeling thoughts as just thinking reduce their power and credibility. Mindfulness in ACT is always tied to action. It's not practiced in isolation but integrated into daily life. The present moment is the only place where life happens, and where change is possible. Being present helps clients stay connected to the world around them and act with awareness instead of automatic, habitual responses. This practice enhances self-regulation, focus, and emotional resilience. Self as context is a unique aspect of ACT. It separates the observing self, the consistent sense of awareness, from the conceptualized self, the narrative or story we tell about ourselves. This distinction helps clients see that they are not their thoughts, past mistakes, or roles. Instead, they are the space in which these experiences occur. This flexible perspective supports growth and adaptation, reducing the impact of self-limiting beliefs and internalized identities. Values in ACT are freely chosen, not imposed. They are not goals to be completed but qualities of ongoing action. Clarifying values gives clients direction. It answers the question, what kind of person do I want to be, and what do I want my life to stand for? Once values are defined, committed action follows. This means setting specific behavioral goals aligned with values and persisting with them despite discomfort. Progress is measured not by how good one feels, but by how closely one lives according to their chosen values. ACT sees discomfort, pain, and psychological struggle as part of the human condition, not signs of pathology. Trying to eliminate all distress is both unrealistic and counterproductive. The ACT model instead teaches clients to make room for internal experiences while taking action. This approach builds psychological flexibility, which research shows is linked to better mental health, improved performance, and greater life satisfaction. ACT is applicable across settings: therapy, coaching, education, healthcare, and organizations. Its principles are transdiagnostic and adaptable. The focus on values-driven behavior and acceptance makes it a powerful tool for change, even in the absence of symptom resolution. The goal isn't to feel better but to live better, more authentically, more purposefully, and more effectively. ACT's utility extends beyond therapy rooms into workplaces, schools, sports, and leadership contexts.